California Senator Alex Padilla will convene his first hearing as chair of the Senate Environment and Public Works Subcommittee on Fisheries, Water, and Wildlife. The committee will be looking into threats to Americans' affordable and reliable water access. And we are joined this morning by Senator Padilla ahead of that first meeting. Thank you so much for your time. So this seems like a tall task. What is the first step as chair?
Well, thank you, Mike. Good to be with you. And a tall task, but an important one. We've talked a lot for many years about water supply in California and throughout the West because of the persistent drought. We've talked a lot about water quality from an environmental and health perspective. But one of the crises that has not gotten sufficient attention is water affordability. Not just whether or not working families and households can afford to pay their water bills, and that's a very real dynamic, but also the water agencies and utilities themselves, the long deferred maintenance of water infrastructure that has compromised supply, that has compromised the health and quality of our water. We need to set the stage for significant federal investment. We've done a little bit in recent years, but we need more resources to upgrade, modernize our infrastructure. And similar to an assistance program that exists on the energy side, right? Just like we don't want people to freeze in the wintertime, we have a program called LIHEAP that helps people with their energy bills. I think we need to establish something similar when it comes to water because of how fundamental and important water is to health and human safety.
Now, Senator, are there already some areas across Northern California that may be near the top of your list to address?
Oh, I think we see rural communities, lower income communities, not just in Northern California, but in Central and Southern California and across the country. As tough as it may be, I'm hopeful, believe it or not, we came together on a bipartisan basis a couple of years ago to pass a big infrastructure law. LIHEAP, the Energy Assistance Program that I mentioned a minute ago, was established on a bipartisan basis. So there could and should be bipartisan support for offering a similar program, similar assistance when it comes to water.
So a state audit back in 2022 said California needs almost $65 billion in upgrades. EPA awarding a fraction of that, about $391 million. That's a pretty far bridge. How do you bridge that wide gap there?
Well, again, first, it's important to recognize that decades ago, the federal government was a much bigger partner in the investment in the maintenance and upkeep of our water infrastructure. That has declined over time. And so we need the federal government to step up once again and be a partner with the state, with counties and cities and water agencies, and not just put it all on ratepayers. And second, just acknowledging that the steps that we took in the infrastructure bill, in the Inflation Reduction Act, which had some drought resilience money as part of the climate package, was not a one-time deal. Good, timely appropriations, but we need consistent, ongoing support.
So you recently also introduced the Public Lands Act. How does that fit in with this subcommittee's mission?
So the Public Lands Act would continue to build on California's leadership and our federal objectives of preserving natural lands and waterways as part of our longer-term climate challenges. So the better we can combat climate change, the better we can minimize sort of those hot and dry summers, which in turn helps us better preserve and protect our water infrastructure and our water supply, which is clearly good for everybody, good for human beings, good for the environment, good for our agricultural industry. It's just a win-win-win all the way around.
All right. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this before we let you go. Do you anticipate seeing a debt ceiling proposal make its way through the House and to you in the Senate anytime soon?
I do. I believe the House is voting on it today. Not sure if it'll be a quick vote or an overnight vote or somewhere in between. But as soon as the House is done with their votes, then the Senate will be taking it up immediately.
All right, Senator Padilla, thank you so much for your time this morning.